It's Jose Rodriguez, the credit dude. And I wanted to talk to you guys about something that a lot of people don't realize is that you can actually fix your credit on your own. And today, I'm going to be talking to you step by step on how to get your credit reports, how to identify negative items on your credit report, and fix your credit yourself. Because guess what? You have every right to do something on your own when it comes to your credit. I'm going to give you this step-by-step play on how to do it. So once again, my name is Jose Rodriguez. I've been in business 15 years with my company called Got Credit, and I've done something that I never even thought would have been possible, and it's just educating people on credit. It's educating people on how to apply. It's educating people on how to get approved. It's educating people on how to fix their credit, business credit. I mean, you name it. I've toured the country, and for the last 15 years, I couldn't see myself doing anything else. I love helping people, and I love allowing people to see the true power and the magic that credit has. If your credit is a mess and you don't know where to start, it's okay. You don't need to hire anyone. This is something you can do on your own. I'm not only going to give you this step-by-step play, but I'm going to give you the why and how to do it. So that way, if you're ever confused on what truly needs to be done, you'll actually have not only the plan, but you'll be able to identify it for even your friends and family. Listen, I've actually helped a lot of people fix their credit, and they've actually started their own credit repair companies, and they've actually gone on to help their own friends and family. So this is all a movement. This is all something that we got to teach each other. I'm going to give it to you real, no skims, no fluff, no hidden mirrors, no smoke and mirrors, none like that, right? Just the truth on how to truly build your credit back up if you're suffering from bad credit. What fixing your credit really means. Like what is even the purpose of you even entertaining this concept of you fixing your credit? What is credit repair? Like this, what do I even need to I could just let things go in 7 years and I'll be fine. There really is no magic pill or secret when it comes to credit repair. But I can tell you that if you just leave things alone, you know what's going to happen? You're going to continue getting collection calls. You're going to get your bank accounts levied. You're going to get your wages garnished. You're going to get sued. But most importantly, why do you want to live in the dark? It's about to be 2026, and having good credit in 2026, 27, 28, and 2045 is going to be essential to not only you having good mental clarity on what it is you want to do, but it's just something that is going to be allowed to be for you to pass down for your kids, your grandkids, and create something that I call generational credit. Generational wealth is amazing, but generational credit is going to be something that is instilled in us for generations to come. There really isn't like a luck. Like when you're fixing your credit, you can't say, oh, you know what, let me just send this letter and it's going to magically come off of my credit. I can tell you that the best thing you can do when it comes to credit repair is stay consistent and also take those little small actions or those little small steps that are going to build over time. That is what's going to be the most or the best thing when it comes to credit repair. Because listen, when it comes to credit repair, you still have to pay your bills. You still got to pay down your debt. You still got to maintain low credit utilization. You still have to not apply frivolously with inquiries and things like that. So you want to just be able to make sure you're doing everything right. Think of it as your health. If you're going to go to the gym and you're going to pretty much put yourself in a position to be healthier, look leaner, and make better decisions when it comes to your health and what you put in your body, it's not going to happen in a week. Sometimes it can take 6 to 12 months to truly transform yourself health-wise. But as long as you do little things every single day with your health, you're gonna be able to build things that can last a lifetime. But if you stay disciplined and you stay at it, I can promise you that not only are you gonna have good health, but your credit will thank you later as well. All right? So I'm gonna give you a few things I'm gonna cover today. Credit repair is a process. It's not a miracle. You can actually rebuild and fix your credit with these simple steps, and I promise you that you're not going to be overwhelmed, but you can take these things and apply it every day to your life. Honestly, paying for shortcuts when it comes to credit repair never works. Oh, I can fix your credit in 4 days. I can fix your credit in 30 days. Send this identity theft affidavit and just get everything wiped out in 2 days. Listen, you can do that and be in trouble. I do not recommend you taking shortcuts at all when it comes to credit repair. I think a true, solid credit repair program or plan takes about 6 to 12 months because it's long-term. This is a long-term thing because what's going to happen when you get that 800 credit score, how do you maintain it and not go back, unfortunately, into having bad credit? That's going to be the hardest part. It's just like when you get those ripped abs and you get those strong arms. The hardest part is keeping it and maintaining a healthy balance and a healthy diet. And that's what it is too, all right? So let's go ahead and get right into it, guys, is checking what is really on your credit report. We hear a lot of times people say, listen, I want to fix my credit. I'm like, what's your credit score? I don't know. Hey, I want to fix my credit. When was the last time you checked your credit? A year ago. I'm like, and then I also hear people say, man, I got good credit. I got like a 780. I checked the credit score. It's like a 520 with late payments. They have it. Oh, yeah, that card, that wasn't me. Okay. 99% of the time, things on your credit report is you. Okay. It's accountability first. It's understanding that you have to be honest with yourself, most importantly, when it comes to fixing things on your credit. And it's like this. You can go to the gym and say you're working out, which is great. But then if you come home and your balance and your diet is off, you're only lying to yourself. Because it's ultimately being truthful and honest with yourself is what's going to ultimately get you the reward that you want. So what you can do is visit annualcreditreport.com to start. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. And you can pull your credit reports from Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. These are the three main credit bureaus. Now, there is Innovist, there's CoreLogic, SaveStream, there's LexisNexis, there's other secondary credit reports, okay? But for today, I'm only going to talk to you about the main three, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion. Once you download them online, make sure you scrub it. Like, make sure you look at it. This is you. Like, this is yours. Is your name right? Is everything accurate on there, okay? And I'm going to talk to you about what's accurate and what's not. You want to look for things that, okay, are there late payments on there? Are there collections? Are there charge-offs? Is my name spelled correctly? Oh, my God, this address, I haven't lived here in 15 years. Kind of take a pen or a highlighter out and start highlighting stuff. But make sure you download each credit report. Okay, it's free. And you can go back on here. It's not going to update automatically. Okay, but make sure you save these reports because I want you to see where you started. That's the best thing. When you see where you started, this is going to be the starting point. You're not going to be able to get a credit score, okay? But it's okay because if you're fixing your credit, the credit score right now doesn't matter. What you want to worry about and focus on is the data that's being reported. And honestly, your credit report might not be that bad. Okay, you might think it has like crazy stuff on there, but it might just have a few blemishes that you got to fix and check on. Okay, but the great thing is knowing what's coming on, what's coming in, what's coming out, what's on your credit report, how much you're paying monthly, and you want to grab hold and actually understand your credit report, the names of your creditors, the phone numbers. This is like your adult report card. This is something that's going to follow you for the rest of your life. So why not take it seriously, and why not make sure that you could even sit your wife, your spouse, your husband, your brother, make this a family meeting. Hey, everybody, we're going to get your credit reports and we're going to get this done. We all need to fix our credit because in 5 years, we'll all retire and we're doing this and you can make moves. So, one time I did have a client that their credit score dropped only because of bad habits, okay? And this is one thing, it's okay. Like sometimes we gain weight because of things we eat. And the great thing is that it's all about having good habits and discipline. You can always get it back. Okay, so even if you mess up and have a late payment, or even if you mess up and have some collections or charge-offs, the great thing is that you want to make sure that it's always being reported accurately on your credit report. And this is what I was saying when you highlight things, because let's say you have a 30-day late payment on Equifax in April, but on Experian TransUnion, it says you were 30 days late in May. And that is something that fortunately you can dispute to get that late payment removed, because across 3 credit reports, Capital One is reporting you late. And that's one of the great things about credit repairs. Once you identify how to truly do it, and I'm not going to talk to you about all these crazy laws that everybody recites and USC this and that. I'm going to just give you the game on understanding how this truly all works, and you can use it to your benefit. So once again, just make sure you have your credit reports. If you're going to print them out, lay them out. If you're going to have them on a computer, have all 3 ready. Review each account carefully. Go back, make sure that you don't have any late payments in the last 7 years. And if you do highlight them, it might have 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. If it's a charge off, it's a collection, whatever the case is. And anything bad that's on there, anything negative, that's what we're going to focus on. Even though the good stuff, you still want to make sure that good stuff is never neglected, because you want to keep it good. You don't want any of that good positive payment history to ever go into the bad section. And the way you do that is just putting everything on auto pay that you have right now, and make sure you're paying it from a bank that's going to have the money. And as long as you make your on-time payments, you're never going to have a late payment, which can avoid a charge-off and the collection and things like that. Now, what I want you to do is dispute the errors right away. This is number 2. I want you to start disputing this stuff right away. especially if something doesn't seem right. And honestly, there's no magic letter. You don't need to like go crazy and think you got to download all these 50 letters and go on TikTok and go here and go there. And first, just understand what you're looking at. Understand what you're disputing. And the great thing is you can just come up with a letter, okay? I know a lot of people want to use ChatGPT and a lot of people want to buy these courses and these letters. Listen, you could do whatever you want. That's the great thing. Whatever you feel comfortable with on how to fix your credit and how to dispute things on your own, it's okay. Now, the one thing I can tell you is before you do dispute anything, okay, is look up something called the Fair Credit Reporting Act, okay? I know a lot of people throw certain like USC codes and certain acts and certain laws and things like that. Just Google Fair Credit Reporting Act, and it's going to give you the entire law, the entire statute, and the entire thing. And this is what gives you the right to dispute negative information or inaccurate information on your credit report, okay? So you want to read it. It's kind of like if you're going to do something, why not know what you're doing first and why you're able to do it and how you're able to do it rather than just, doing something and doing it blind, okay? Like, honestly, I can cut my own hair, right? I've done it, tried it. It's very different when I go to the barbershop and the barber knows what clip to use, how to angle it and how to do it. I'm not a barber, okay? But I can absolutely 100% cut my hair. But if I'm going to cut my hair and if I'm going to do certain things, I should read about it. Or if I'm going to cut my grass, certain chemicals you got to do. If I'm going to paint, you catch my drift, right? You could do any service on your own. But if you're going to do it, just make sure you read upon it, you study it, and you understand what you're doing. So when you download your credit reports, okay, and you understand the Fair Credit Reporting Act, you can file and send your disputes in the mail. Do not dispute online, okay? Do not dispute with the identity theft affidavit if you were never a victim of identity theft. Do not do a police report for these negative items if you never had your identity stolen, okay? You don't want to do things the wrong way. You don't want to cheat the system because eventually it's going to catch up to you. On the credit report, very simple. There's going to be an address that you can send your disputes to. Very simple, okay? You could do this on your own, and as you pretty much start identifying what's negative on your credit report, here's very simple what you could do. Start highlighting what's on your credit report. You could even type a letter. You can handwrite a letter, and you could say, this on my credit report is negative. This on my credit report is not accurate. This is not mine. This is, if it's not yours, say that, okay? I was never late in April. Don't tell them when you were late, but just say this is inaccurate. You're reporting 2 different late payments on my credit report. Please remove this for inaccuracy. And you can verify and reference the Fair Credit Reporting Act statute. And you don't even have to give the exact law. Just say, hey, listen, according to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, this is not reporting accurately. You can print out statements to show when you made the payment. You can print out statements of, let's say something is in collections. You can print out something saying that, hey, no, this isn't in collections. This isn't me. This is my dad. This is my mom's actually moved. I actually returned my car. The dealership paid it off late, which is what we see a lot. I refinanced my car. They paid it off incorrectly, whatever the case is. So make sure you're doing everything possible to provide as much documentation to help you with your dispute, okay? If you paid something and it's showing unpaid, that is something that's inaccurate. You can actually do that. You can dispute it. One of the biggest things we see too is, let's say if you had a charged-off credit card and that creditor issued you what's called a 1099-C, which is a cancellation of debt, and it's still reporting a balance, that is inaccurate. You can dispute that, okay? So make sure you're doing everything you can to put yourself in a good position when it comes to disputing. Disputing on your credit report is your right. As a U.S. citizen, you're allowed to dispute anything on your credit report. Where the gray area comes in is when you start disputing stuff, lying, saying that it's fraud, because now they're going to flag your account. And let's say if it's not fraud and you reapply again in a year with the same information, red flags go up. Keep a paper trail for every single thing that you do, either whether it's on a Google Drive, whether it's in a folder, whether it's on your phone. Just keep history and documentation of every single thing that you do, because it could actually help you later. And listen, I own a credit repair company called Got Credit. Be careful of companies that promise you a quick fix. Be careful of people that are going to promise you a quick result, because just like when you go to the gym and just like when it comes to your health, any pill or anything that promises you fast burn and this and that, It's always a red flag, guys. So just be careful. Now, am I saying that there's not other credit repair companies out there that can help you? 100%. There are good credit repair companies out there like myself that can put you in a position to not only fix your credit faster than you can, just like how my barber can cut my hair quicker than I can, but also guide you the right way. And that's ultimately what you want. You want to put yourself in a position to where you understand your credit report and you know what's being disputed at all times, all right? Now, the third thing that I want you to do when it comes to you repairing your credit is adding positive payment history. I think a lot of people forget about this one because you can't just delete the stuff and not add anything, okay? Because then what are you being graded on? Remember, it is your adult report card, and if you're not being graded on the new stuff, how do you expect your score to go up? But how do you expect banks to trust you again with lending you money? And honestly, credit is pretty much you promising the banks to pay the money back that you borrowed. That is what credit is. Hey, you give me $500 today, I promise to pay you back. There is going to be a little bit of interest, but you can count on me to pay it back. So as you're repairing your credit, keep that in mind because you have to apply for new accounts in order to build your credit. One of the quickest ways, the first thing you can do is if you do have a family member that has good credit, ask them to add you as an authorized user on one or two of their credit cards. Just make sure that this credit card does not have any late payments, is not maxed out, and you'll be good to go. Tell them, hey, can you just add me for 5 months, 6 months? Just stay away from buying authorized user trade lines. I don't really recommend it. It's not something that I do. It's not something that I would ever promote to do, but to each his own, because next thing you know, you're spending $2,500 on a trade line that's going to disappear on your credit in a couple months anyway, when you probably could have just got a secure credit card for $300 to $500, used that every single month, had a family member add you as an authorized user, and as you're deleting stuff from your credit report, you're good to go. Now, there are credit builder loans out there. There's Self. If you're with Navy Federal, there's a pledge loan. There's things that you can do to pretty much position your credit to have multiple accounts on there. I can tell you one thing that I hope you understand, and you don't overcomplicate this. You don't need 10 credit builder accounts. You don't need to pay 6 to 7 credit builder accounts every single month. That's just going to put you in debt. A family member adding you as an authorized user, getting one secure credit card, getting 1 or 2 credit builder loans, credit builder accounts like Self or something like that. 5 maybe is all you really need right now as you're repairing your credit. Pay that on time. Next thing you know, you graduate to Capital One, Discover, American Express, Chase, things like that, your local credit union, your bank, and you're good. Don't overcomplicate this. Don't go now spending all of your money on building credit, okay, and you're not saving anything, because one of the reasons, unfortunately, why you're in this situation is because at one point in time, you didn't have either the capital, the money, or the resources to keep up with your bills, and it happens. But build a little bit of a nest egg, and I promise you that when times get hard again, okay, because we never know what the future is going to hold, you can have a little bit of a nest egg that can pay your bills and make sure you never have a late payment again. As long as you have that secure credit card, as long as you're building positive credit, you got to stop the bleeding somewhere. You're not going to add any new negative items. Okay, keep your balances low. As you start building credit, the people say keep it 30%. Listen, if you can pay it off in full every month, pay it off in full every month. Don't worry about the balance. Just worry about, you making on-time payments first. Don't overspend of what you have in the bank. Put new good habits in your system. Understand the power of your credit for the future, and you can't go wrong. Just being consistent with doing the right things is always going to win. So listen, fixing your credit is not about being perfect. It's not about having an 850 credit score. It's not about having a $50,000 credit limit. It's about doing the little things that are going to take care of themselves over time, as long as you stay consistent with just paying your bills on time, keeping your credit balances low, disputing things on your credit report when they're negative, understanding the power of what your credit could do, and understand the power of what you can't do when you have a negative credit score, okay? It's all about progress. So I applaud you if your credit score went up 10 points yesterday, and if it goes up 1 point in the next 30 days. Don't worry so much about the credit score, worry about the data. And listen, this is not going to happen overnight. This is something that's going to take time, but I do look forward to hearing your journey. I do look forward to hearing about your progress with fixing your credit. Don't overcomplicate this, okay? Go to annualcreditreport.com, get your credit reports, highlight what's negative, create a dispute letter on Word, on Google Drive, get the address on the credit report, go to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, read up a little bit on it, identify what's negative, identify what's wrong, let the Equifax Experian TransUnion know what's wrong, wait for the results to come back. Just make sure you put a stamp on that dispute letter, okay? Because then you're going to say, oh, well, the credit due didn't say to put a stamp on it. Make sure you put a stamp on that dispute letter, put your return address, seal it up, send it out, and wait 30 to 45 days for a response and tell me what happens. Let me know what response you got. Let me know what happens. And listen, at the end of the day, this is something, like I said, you can do on your own. But if you ever want professional help, if you ever want somebody to assist you with this process, allow God Credit to take your credit to the next level, you can comment below. You can go to my website, godcredit.com, or the link will be in the bio and in the comment section where you can sign up with us, and we'll help you identify those negative items for you and inaccurate negative items and dispute it for you. And pretty much like how my barber cuts my hair, we can take care of your credit. So like I said, any questions you have, comment below. And if you aren't subscribed to this channel, just make sure you subscribe. I would love for you to know when I drop more videos out. So do that by hitting the notification bell. And I'll see you in the next video. And I can't wait for you to have great credit. Thank you.